with a new episode of What's for Dinner. It's Sunday. We have a lot of work to do, and it's really cold outside, so I decided it was time to make some red beans and rice again. Now, this is my version of red beans and rice. I know everybody has their own. I just thought I would go ahead and do a video since I haven't done one of this before, and I'll show you how I make it. Maybe encourage you out there to make one of your own, version of your own. Now, the other thing is, this is a fabulous food storage meal because you'll have everything in your food storage. If, you know, depending on what you store, but dried beans, you could actually use dehydrated vegetables in this, onion, celery, carrot, etc. And then you don't have to put any meat in this at all. I'm using ham hocks to flavor the beans, but then later I'm going to take them out because I don't like the way they taste and I don't like to eat them. But we're gonna serve them later with some smoked sausage. So let's see what I do with this. Here I have a cup of black beans and a cup of small red beans that I have picked through and rinsed. So these are already rinsed. And I have a cup of shredded carrots. These are just those matchstick carrots you buy already done in the grocery store. I know. But it's convenient, and I can use these in a lot of things. This is a little more than a cup. It's 3 large stalks of celery. This is 2 medium onions that have been finely chopped. And I just took a package of ham hocks out of my freezer. They're all kind of small. These 2 are small, and this one's kind of normal. I'm going to just throw all 3 of them in the pot, and it'll give some good flavor. I'm also going to throw in a can of diced tomatoes. This happens to be Italian because that's what came out of the can rotator. A packet of ham seasoning, 4 cups of water with some, I used my Shirley J chicken bouillon in here. And then I took some of my home canned jalapenos out of the pantry, and I'm going to use maybe a half a jar of those in there, along with some of that brine, because the vinegar will actually make it taste really good. So let's throw all this together. I don't know how you want to do this. Let me move this stuff out of the way. We're just going to dump it all in. Oh, he says put it in the sink. What a brilliant frickin' idea. Alright. Beans go in. I mean, this is really just chop and dump, so I'll put those in there. And put the celery and the carrots in there. And our onion. Get all of it. I don't want to waste anything. Here's our tomatoes. And I know a lot of you may not use tomatoes in your beans and rice, but that's okay. And since there's some stuff on the side of this can, I'm just going to go ahead and put my... that's almost perfect. I'm going to add a little more water because those beans are really going to soak it up. In fact, I'm going to probably put, let's see here, that's a little more than a cup. We'll start there. If I have to later, I'm going to add some more. And this, I just popped the seal on that, so let me grab a spoon. And if you don't like them spicy, I thought I had a can of tomatoes with green chilies, and I don't. I only have giant cans of green chilies. So, jalapenos it is. That's okay. That's about a little less than half of a jar. So, we're just going to give this a good stir. It smells really good already. The only other things that I am going to add here are some dried herbs. In the summertime when I make this, I add fresh herbs because I just go outside and pick them. But I'm going to add some thyme in here because thyme and beans go together like peas and carrots, as Forrest would say. Let's see.
And me and you. And me and you.
And me and you, yeah. Here's just some Mexican thyme. Just a handful. Crush it in there. You haven't had breakfast yet and you're already going to eat a jalapeno pepper. Alrighty then. Okay, and I also think that I'm going to add some bay leaf in here as well. There's a little one. Here's a bigger one. Here's a broken one. Here's another broken one. I think I'll stop there.
That was really good.
Are they good, honey?
Trick was holding the camera broken.
Did something right, huh? All right. Now, I'm not going to add salt. You shouldn't add salt when you're cooking your beans because it makes them tougher and it makes them harder to absorb that water once they start get going. So you add your salt at the end. Okay, I'm just going to bring this over here, and I have my canner on the stove because we're getting ready to shampoo the carpet. Doesn't that sound funny? I have my canner on the stove because we're getting ready to shampoo the carpet. I'm going to put my lid on it, and I'm just going to let it cook all day long. I'll come back when it's time to eat supper. See you later. I forgot to add my ham packet, so let's add that now, just so you have a visual. And if you've never used this, it comes in a box, and you can usually find it in the Latin food section of your market. I know that Walmart carries it, and I also know in my area we have Food Lion, Piggly Wiggly, and Harris Teeter. They all carry this, and it's generally found not with the bouillons but with the Latin foods. And it comes, I think there's 6 little packets in a box, and it's very inexpensive, but a great thing to have on hand. And it's very strong, so that little packet is going to really season this up well and give it a nice smoky flavor. In the alternative, you could use about a half a teaspoon of liquid smoke. It may give the same effect. I don't know because I've never tried it. But that's it. We'll be back. Hey everybody. Beans have been cooking all day. We got a lot done. And now I am just going to slice up some smoked sausage and add it to the pot. I also fished out the ham hocks because they've done their job. They flavored everything up really nice, but I don't like ham hocks. I don't like to eat them. I like to use them as a seasoning because they fall apart and they're really bony, and I just don't like that. That's just me. I'm just going to toss that right in there, and I'm going to come back and cut the rest of this up. I'm going to let this heat through while I cook my rice, and then when that's all done, I'm going to come back and fix you a plate, because I know if you had a Sunday like I had a Sunday, you're hungry and you're ready for a good hearty dinner. So we'll be back in just a little while, and we're going to fix you a big old bowl of beans and rice. This looks okay. It is time for supper. I finished cooking a pot of rice, and our beans and sausage are all ready. So I'm going to come in here next to Rick, and I'm going to dish you up a plate. And this is the simplest of meals, but it is really delicious, and it's really good on a cold day. And it's very filling, and this is probably more than any of us can eat. So I'm just going to bring this over here. There you have it. A lot of people would call this red beans and rice, but since we used red beans and black beans, we're just going to call it beans and rice with smoked sausage. So, I hope you try this, and I hope you enjoy it, and until next time, I'll see ya!